Over the years, I've discovered that the most important part of any game is that first hour of gameplay. That first introduction to the world created can make or break the rest of the game. So that's what I'm going to do here with this series. I'll be playing and rating a new game based solely on that first hour. That rating will be based on 5 factors: gameplay, graphics, difficulty, soundtrack, and immersion. Welcome to Gibu's Quickies, where I play a game for the first hour and then give you an honest review. Today's game, we have Supercharged Robot VULKAISER, a side-scrolling bullet hell style game from developer Astroport. First released in June of 2015, it has a very positive rating on Steam and comes in at the price of $4.99. I got this game in a humble bundle, and the wheel decided I should definitely play it today. Installing the game took about a minute, and with a footprint of 47 megabytes, it's massively small on my hard disk. The game plays very similar to R-Type. If you are old enough to remember that game, back in the Super Nintendo days, there were tons of games just like this one floating around, and I enjoyed them quite a lot. Dodging your enemies while attacking as quick as you can so you don't get overwhelmed. The graphics are 16-bit pixel art style with a smooth flow of gameplay. The game renders at 4:3, which is meant for old tube-style televisions. This game can easily run on any computer that is built to modern times. You start the game immediately in a battle, and after a short amount of time you are able to upgrade your robot using one of 4 accompanying ships: a drill, a rocket pack, a lightning pack, and a needle gun. Each has advantages and disadvantages. I quickly found my favorite one to be the drill attachment, as it makes your robot a moving destruction god. All aside though, each are really good in their own right, and it makes for a variety that is quite refreshing to see even in an experienced gamer. Going through each level of bullet and enemy hell, you find yourself with a good challenge and action-packed gameplay. After each mission, there's a dialogue screen that allows you to get into the story of VULKAISER. While generic mecha anime trope, it is still something fans of the genre can get into and enjoy. While there's not a lot of writing in the game, it's very straightforward, style bullet hell game that keeps you at the edge of your seat the entire time from beginning to when you eventually die or beat the game. Probably more of the former in that aspect, because you will die a lot unless you are an expert at this style of game. In the hour I played, I was able to get to the 5th level, where you start fighting off an alien threat. Each of the enemies throughout the levels were challenging in their own right. The harder levels have giant mobs that you have to dodge in a very small area in order to not get hit. The game even goes so far as to show you what your hitbox is at the very beginning so that you can easily see exactly what you have to be able to dodge with. Let's get on with the ratings. Gameplay, 4 gems. The gameplay is extremely intuitive with how you work. It shows easily from the start of the game how it works, and the game ramps up slowly enough for you to be able to understand how all the enemies work. The game is not easy, but it is not overly difficult either. Graphics, 3 gems. The game has 16-bit graphics. It's never going to blow anyone away. The designs are cool for all the creatures, robots, etc. Very reminiscent of, say, a Mega Man or a Voltron, Power Rangers, and all that like. Still without feeling very generic. Overall, not perfect, but still pretty good. Difficulty, 3.5 gems. The difficulty of the game is able to be set from easy as easy gets to extremely hardcore, with your upgrades being separate parts of the actual robot that can be permanently destroyed. It adds another layer of difficulty that forces you to strategize instead of simply being a murder hobo. Soundtrack, 4 gems. The game feel is made by the gameplay and the soundtrack. The sound sets the game in a superhero style tone, like you're a pilot of one of those lions in Voltron, one of the defenders of the universe. I very much enjoy the entire soundtrack, from the title menu all the way to the death screens. Immersion, 4 gems. Once you're in the game, it snaps your attention right to it and keeps you up there until the end of each level. Even someone like me who can't pay attention due to lack of funds, I got caught completely as soon as the challenge of the stages start. From the title menu all the way through. High level of immersion. Overall ranking, 3.5 gems. Supercharged Robot VULKAISER may be difficult to say, but it encapsulates perfectly the genre it's trying to portray. While there are a few better choices out there to waste some time on a Friday afternoon, I can assure you that you will never be disappointed playing this game. Even competing with friends on who can get further faster or high score battles. The combination of nostalgia for older audiences and the fun factor for younger audiences, this game is not only family friendly, but it encourages people to get together and have a good time. This game is very well encoded, immediately sets a mecha manga tone, and plays with no bugs whatsoever. The game is very fast paced and keeps you on the edge of your seat. And while the game isn't long, it is very engaging and entertaining to make up for it. The battle system is well coded and everything seems to be done with passion. And who doesn't respect passion in an art form? So, is the game worth $4.99? It's an easy decision. If you're a fan of the genre, absolutely. I'd pay full price every time. If it does go on sale, still pick it up. It's a great game for the price regardless. You'll never be disappointed in your purchase. I hope you had as much fun with this video as I did making it. If you like what you see, please subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you can see more ratings in the future. I started this series so I would be able to get people to start playing the games that are just rotting in their Steam libraries. I'll be rating games of every genre, from the most indie developers to the AAA big boys. I also stream on Twitch. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/oldmangibu. If you have a suggested game for me to do a review on, go ahead and comment it below. While I will not be rating any adult titles on YouTube, I will be rating them on a different site in the future. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day.